Okay, Gerardo, I can't get the whole sentence on here.
Okay.
Let me see if I can make this. Oh, wait, there we go. Just barely fits there. We got it. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, group one, your challenge was to make one sentence that has one subject and two conjugated verbs, right? Okay, so Sammy, this was your group. So you put the subject as I, right?
Yes.
And verbs.
And want.
Okay. Do we have another conjugated?
Um, is
Are you sure that it's conjugated?
oh no.
It actually has is what you've got the want is conjugated, but then you have an infinitive to go,
Yes.
and it's actually over here also to exercise, but we just took off. So basically it means I want to go, I want to exercise. I want to go, I want to exercise. So in that case, we have infinitives to go and exercise. So actually, how do you know that this is true, what I'm saying? Look at my sentence. When I use she, once adds the S, right? But exercise, there's no S,
Mm-hmm.
right? That means that exercise is not conjugated.
Yes.
So what you guys did, this was a great, what you did was you put one subject and one conjugated verb. And I'm glad you made this sort of mistake on our challenge. You still have a really good sentence, and it's a simple sentence. So you did good with that. But it's really hard to make it one subject and two verbs. So I want to give you, let me give you an example. I worked hard yesterday, home late. Worked is the verb, okay? And when they're both in the past tense, that's how I know they're both conjugated. Okay? Any questions about that one?
No.
No, teacher.
Okay, so you guys wrote a simple sentence. That was good, but you did not put two conjugated verbs in it. So gave my example here. You guys can use that one. Let's go to group two. Wait, but we got two sentences. One used and one used but.
The second.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking at one here. Alan and Gerardo, those are the subjects, are going, that's a conjugated verb, are going to take a writing class, are going to take, that's actually the conjugated verb. But they're, and then we have the verb are watching, they are watching to, we could say listening to each other, but watching we don't need to. So Alan and Gerardo are going to take a writing class together, but They're just watching each other through Blackboard. Okay, this is actually good for the structure. You guys used are going and are watching, so you use present progressive tenses. And this is a compound sentence, so that's correct. I wanted you to make it compound. Yeah, that one would work. Okay. The first part is future, and it looks like the second part is present, but that's okay. We're just it's still, you know, the grammar is correct. The meaning is a little bit strange, but the grammar is good. So Alan and Harad are going to take a writing class together, but they're just watching each other through Blackboard. I would probably add the word now. They're just watching each other through Blackboard now. And check your spelling on through. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody have questions? I know this was hard
Not
spelling.
me, teacher.
No,
No.
teacher.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, a quick thing before we go. Do you guys like working in the groups? Was that fun?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, teacher.
I know it's kind of challenging and it takes time because I want you to feel like you're in a real class. So we want to try to use that sometimes. I want to show you this last thing before we go today. Okay, we're actually going to skip section 15.3, and I'm going to show you how to use a semicolon. 230. 230. This will be the last thing we do, and then you guys will have some homework, okay? 230 at the bottom. Combining sentences using transitional expressions and semicolon, okay? So let's talk about a semicolon first, or semicolon. You can call it semicolon or semicolon. What does a semicolon look like, and how do we use it?
Um, no.
Not sure? Okay, it looks like this. It has a dot with a comma under it. That's called a. If you look on your keyboard, it is next to the letter L. Next to the letter L.
Okay.
If you push that little button, it's going to make a semicolon. It's a dot with a under it. Okay? And we use these to combine two simple sentences into one. So it's kind of like making a compound sentence. And remember, we use the comma with fanboys. Well, we have another way to make a compound sentence. We can just use a semicolon. But it's not very common, okay? And then I want you to know, if you only have a semicolon with no transition word, then it means you're giving further explanation of the previous subject-verb pair. So we're not going to practice this a whole lot because it's not very common. But I just kind of want you to know what it looks like, because it is in your book, page 229 to 232. So let me show you the best way to use it. Look at my example here. It's a semicolon with a transition word and then a comma. The transition words are in the blue box at the bottom of page 230. Do you see those? Like it says, additionally, also, in fact, finally, There's a lot of these transition words. So here's my example. It says the work at the factory was hard. Okay, that's a pair. Then I put a semicolon. Then I put the word however. However is a transition word or transition signal. And then I put a comma after that. So the work at the factory was hard. However, I made good money. So you can see there's subjects and verbs on both sides of however, but I just used a semicolon, transition, and comma. I did not use fanboys. Okay.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
In a book in your lab or
In the what?
you read the book now?
Yes, I'm in the book, page 230 at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
page 230 box. We're looking down there in the blue box. Okay.
Okay.
So I put an example on the in the Blackboard lesson. I used however in one sentence and I used the but in another sentence. And so I want you to go back to the reading assignment number 1 for this week in Blackboard. And I want you to look at my examples because I gave you more explanation about the semicolon. But what we're going to do is we'll practice a little bit with these semicolons, okay? Because I want you to know how to do them, but I don't expect you to be experts with these. All right. And actually, in fact, in your on your quiz on Friday, I am not going to require that you write with semicolons. Okay. It's more important to me that you know how to use the fanboys. That we focus mostly on that. But Thursday we'll talk more about semicolons and we'll practice those. But I just wanted you to know it will not be required for you to write sentences with semicolons on the quiz. Okay, guys? There's a quick little lesson there. So we are out of time for today. So I want you to finish practice 2. And I already gave you the answers, but you can look for the subjects and verbs and make sure you understand that, okay? Practice 2, page 227. And then to practice the semicolons, I want you to do 7, but only do number 1 through 4. Only do 1, 2, 3, and 4 and practice 7. Page 231. Okay? And then practice 8, I only want you to do number 1 and 2. Practice 8. All right? So this will save us a little time because we have to check the answers. I don't want an hour to check answers. So just do a few of these to practice, okay? And then later, just remember you have a journal. You can do that anytime you're ready. You're just going to write for 20 minutes and turn that in Blackboard. Okay, and then your quiz is due Friday as well. It's 20 questions. And then your lab post-tests due in my writing lab on September 18th. That's next Friday. Okay. Anybody have a question? Is someone raising their hand? I can't see it.
Yes, teacher. So are you gonna I'm sorry, are you gonna post the quiz on Friday, or it's gonna be on Friday, exactly on Friday?
The quiz is already posted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the quiz is already there. That's a good question.
So
But if you go,
we
yeah, go
can
ahead.
we can do the quiz Wednesday or Thursday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can do the quiz on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
Or
Thank
you
you.
can also do it Friday. You have until midnight on Friday.
Okay.
So you can do it Friday afternoon if you want to. Yeah.
Teacher, I
Okay.
have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Sammy.
Quiz is on the lab or on Blackboard?